Hello friends, welcome to our channel Castor Classes, and in this particular video I am going to discuss one problem taken from lead code, and the problem title is jewels and stones, problem number 771. Okay, so in my previous video I have discussed the count method in string, okay, that we can use as an application in this particular problem. Okay, so what the problem says, you are given strings J representing the types of stones that are jewels and S representing the stones you have. Each character in S is a type of stone you have. Okay, you want to know how many stones you have are also jewels. The letter in J are guaranteed distinct and all the characters in J and S are letters. No need to think about other things like alphanumeric character or like apart from English alphabets, no need to think about anything. Letters are case sensitive, so small a is considered a different type of stone from capital A. So what it says, this problem is just kind of story they wanted to make, but the simple words the problem is, you will be giving two string, one is J, another one is S. J is having only distinct characters, S may have same characters multiple times. So what will happen, suppose one is small a capital A, another one is small a capital A capital A, small b small b small b small b. So now all these characters of the first string are basically jewels and all the characters of the second string are basically stones you have. Now you have to find in your stones how many jewels are there. Like if you consider first character of the first string, that is A is appearing one time in the second string. Okay, so count is 1. Then the capital A is appearing 2 times. So count is 2. So 2 plus 1, 3. So output is 3. That is in your total amount of stones, there are 3 stones which are basically jewel. So that the problem name is jewels and stones, like that they have given. Like for second example, if you consider small z, and in the second string the two characters are capital Z and capital Z. So now nothing is matching, so output is 0. Note, S and J will consist of letters and have length at most 50. The characters in J are distinct. Okay. Now I hope you understood the problem statement. Now try to think about one algorithm which can be used to solve this particular problem. Okay, implement that and check whether it is giving correct output or not. If it is not giving correct output, no need to worry, here I am explaining. Okay. So what we can do, simple way, I have already discussed traversing in string also. So we will traverse in the first string, we will extract one by one character and we will count the frequency, that is the particular character is appearing how many times in the second string. Okay, and that we will store that in a variable, that is that variable will like we will add up. Okay, we will add up the frequencies. Okay, so at the end of the traversal of the first string, we will be getting our required output. This is a function problem. We need to only write the main code. There is no need to write the whole code. So we have to just complete the function where function name is num, that is number, jewels in stones. Okay, we are passing J and S two strings. Our return type is integer. So what we can do, first we are defining one empty variable with 0 value, then we can traverse in the first string, as I have already discussed how to traverse in a string, that is for I in J. Okay, so I will take the value as characters of the string J. Okay, then we will have a count. So see how I am writing, C plus equal to S dot count I. Okay, so this is shorthand notation of this expression, C equal to C plus S dot count of I. Okay, instead of that I have told you that we can write like this. So we are basically counting how many times the ith character of J is appearing in S string, and then we are adding them up in the C variable. That's all. And finally return C. Okay, so let me run the code and check whether it is passing the sample test case or not. So it will take some time, it depends on internet speed. Yep, see, accepted, strategy is accepted. For this particular input, output and expected output are matching. Now let us check for all the test cases whether it is code is accepted or not. See, status is success, runtime 28 milliseconds, memory usage 13.7 MB, and some statistics you will be getting. Okay, so this is how you can apply the concepts, the methods, the functions for different data structure like list, tuple, string, and other data structure also I will discuss like sets, dictionaries. Okay, for all these you just, for all this whatever methods I am discussing, try to apply those methods in programming taken from, you can take from lead code, gigs for gigs. There are lots of online platform available. You can take from HackerRank, HackerEarth. Okay, from any of the particular website you just practice. Okay, because it will help you to solve harder problems. And this is all for my this video. I am going to post same code in the comment section. If you want, you can check there. And if you find this video helpful, please like, share and comment. Subscribe our channel for more upcoming videos if you have not subscribed till now. And don't forget to press the bell icon to get the notification of our latest videos. Thank you for watching.